Alright guys, welcome and good morning to the Temporary Team League. I'm live a little bit early. We gotta wait a few moments to get the show started. I need to grab my Corsair hat though, one sec. Hey Rifkin, you got a standing desk. Why are you rolling around on a chair? Because it actually hurts my arms a bit if I gotta stand on that angle for too long, so can't forget to make it clear which team I'm cheering for. Oh yeah, also sporting the KSL, the Kappa Star League. But, alright, as I turn on my flashy lights to make this a little more distracting, unless I left it on all night and the battery's dead. Oh shit, I may have done just that. Oh, it feels bad, man. I just bought new batteries for this too. Son of a stupid Rifkin. Yeah, I think I left the batteries on all night. You can see them, but it's like, it's really faint. I'd have to turn all the lights off. Like, well, whatever. I'll still rock the Corsair hat anyways. Anyways, as you guys are probably aware, I'm hoping, at least most of you are watching Total Biscuits, Shoutcraft, King of the Hill. uThermal is currently playing against Mana. uThermal, excuse me, also slated to be the first player playing today. So you might be wondering, Rifkin, well, what's the deal? Are you just going to wait? Is there going to be a conflict? No, we weren't sure if this would time out poorly or not. We tried to arrange this the best we could, but to be absolutely certain that there would be no issues, we just had uThermal play his first match from a replay with FeaR. So the first matchup today is FeaR versus uThermal. It's from a replay. I just got it like 20 minutes ago, so it is super hot off the presses, super fresh. Nobody knows the results of this. The players, we've made some rules too. We said to accommodate the Team League stuff, if any of the players have to play replays, they can't actually even report the results to their own team, because if they do, then it really screws with results and stuff. So right now, uThermal and FeaR are the only ones who know how this went. But I do want to talk a little bit about format for today as I try and pull up the Team Liquid thread here rather poorly. I made a Reddit post, actually. I'll do that one instead. If you guys are really awesome, there we go, there's Team Liquid. Do me a favor real quick. I gotta ask, guys, I need your help today, alright? First off, YOLO Solocast, what's up? Secondly, because I'm alone, I really feel lonely and I could use your guys' help. And any sort of, like, make Twitch clips out of cool moments that happen, get on Twitter, hit the retweet, the like button. I can't tell you that about Reddit, it's against the rules, but I wouldn't be upset if you did, that sort of thing. Like, anything you guys can do to help support and promote today. I'd love for all the sponsors involved, be like, hey, you know what, this was a pretty cool idea, I got some decent views, maybe we could do something more real and long term, the bigger prize pool. Wink, wink. But regardless, this is just going to be a lot of fun today. Now, we did change the format up, and this is what I was trying to bring up on stream. BaseTradeTV posted this 27 hours ago. Wowee! Alright, so ignore this part, doesn't really matter. It's this part that's important. Beforehand, our original plans and intentions were to do best of threes all the way through. So there'd be no best of one matches. You would have a best of three of best of threes, more games, more casting, more good stuff. But players found this to be a little bit difficult to organize themselves with a team league. They also didn't like not being able to pick maps and like have to do this weird veto thing. And I don't agree personally, because it's my idea that got changed, but between this and a couple of requests from viewer feedback as well, we've decided to go along a more classic Team League route where you pick the maps, keep it as a best of one, still a best of 5 for the team score, but the individual games today will be best of ones. Excuse me one second. I don't think this will affect the experience. I think it'll still be a lot of fun. They also got to know then at least a day or so ahead of time who they'd be playing against, so maybe prepare some builds. FeaR knows that uThermal does not like TvP, so maybe pulls out something crazy. Blind Cats are very weird players on Daston Station. I think that'll be a very fun ZVZ. You know, that sort of thing. But you'll notice there's 2 extra matches down here that have no players assigned to them. And that's because what we've done is, as these teams are only teams of 3, we're allowing people to resurrect once. So, for example, Cats and Bly play here. Cats or Bly could play here, but if one plays in match 4, they can't play in match 5, that sort of thing. And I think the interesting thing is, I know that some of the players in these teams saw the initial rosters and were like, wow, this is really unfair. You know, the Terrans didn't like seeing a bunch of Protoss. Major didn't like seeing a bunch of pros versus a non-pro on his own team. Like, there's a lot of initial dynamic that came to this where people are like, well, this isn't who I would pick for a teammate, that sort of thing. But honestly, these teams and these matchups have shaped up really well. Peely Peely versus Laser, I think, is going to be interesting. Pug versus Beastie is going to be awesome. I have no idea how Lambo versus Panda Bear Meat is going to go. Lambo amazed us all in the Kespa Cup qualifiers and did serious damage to TLO in their best of series. So I can only imagine he does well here versus Panda Bear Me. But Panda Bear Me has also beaten Polt. So while that's not a ZVZ, that's still another really good player he's taken on in the past. Regardless of this, though, guys, lots of good matches. The first match playing today, though, is going to be Ting versus Corsair. And that's going to be what we jump into. Someone's asking about why we paused the Nerd Show game earlier. This channel was hosting it. It's actually live on Total Biscuits channel, but we had to go live because, you know, it's our stuff we're casting here. So, anyways, let's get into the action. Like I said, this first one's a replay, but the rest of the matches today, all the other matches today are going to be live. Unless somebody no-shows, in which case I'll be very upset. So, that being said, I don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's get the sounds on. Let's get the game going and hop right into the action. So real quick, guys, up here I've got the score displayed for the teams at all times. These are best of ones, so I'm not going to bother with the score down here. Spawning in the bottom right side of the map, though, he is going to be the blue Protoss, the European FeaR, playing for Dead Pixels. And his opponent spawning opposite of him, recently having joined Team Liquid, not loving this matchup. It's uThermal. uThermal's so good, guys. It kills me because, like, we watched this guy for all of HOTS. He hated the Zerg matchup, and now that's become his best matchup of all time. I don't know if that's going to continue to go on with matchups that he hates, but I know for a fact he's less enthusiastic about this than he is TVZ, and I don't think he likes TVT either, if I'm not mistaken. But one of the really cool things, though, I do want to talk about for uThermal is his team has been the most. I want to say, like, if we had like participation awards and things like that, excuse me, I would give uThermal's team the most team-like team award. And what I mean by this is Team Ting, temporary Team Ting, excuse me, has been really hyped about psyching each other up, whether it's sarcastic or genuine, I don't care, but their team chat has been full of chatter talking about strategy, give me this map, give me that map. They got really super into this. Not to say the other teams didn't, but these guys, like, uThermal is the captain of Team Temporary Team Ting, but he's really been awesome about it. I guess quick notes too, both these teams, Corsair and Ting, or temporary teams as I keep needing to remember to call them because these are not actual teams, are just the sponsors picked the players. We had a player pool of about 16 or 18, I believe, lined them up against the wall type thing, and the sponsors took turns picking, I want you, I want you, I want you, I want you, so no one would get all the good players, ideally. So this was a pretty good spread, but Team Ting definitely has, I think, one of the most stacked rosters of them all. Not to say it's unbeatable. I think that in a different world with a different set of circumstances, we could have seen the Protoss team really hurt Team Ting. I think there was Cheers for Gaming, yeah, Peely Peely and Puck could have really hurt a team that had uThermal and Stemper on it. Then it's kind of like whatever for Blind, I don't know. But there's also another aspect of this too, where these guys are both playing on Europe right now, and that's totally fine, but some of the other matchups today are going to be cross-server. I guess we'll talk more about that later, because it looks like we actually have some action kicking off. We got a proxied pylon up here in the top left. Now, FeaR knows uThermal's not in the top left. uThermal, of course, got a nice scout on FeaR just now, but I'm wondering if there's, like, why would this be a Stargate? Because the Twilight Council was the tech of choice, so my best guess is that he's going to hide a Dark Shrine up here. And this is good for a couple of different reasons. One, uThermal shouldn't see this coming, and uThermal hates playing Protoss, so this is about the Protossiest thing you could do in this situation against a player like uThermal. Secondly, it's not so uncommon to do. It's a little bit weird to see it so far out on the map, and that's whatevs, but it is something that, again, might hit uThermal hard. My concern is, though, there wasn't a robo paired with this. There's no Warp Prism bringing these into the main, or flying over top of depots, so FeaR's going to have to just walk in with the Dark Templar. Not sure how that's going to work. uThermal, on the other hand, gearing up for a pretty standard opener, the Marines and a Widowmine drop. I guess the argument can be made based on timing. If the Marines and the Widowmine get over here but the DT warps in, they could easily take care of the defense combined with the Photon Overcharge. I do worry that the lack of Robo could hurt twofold now, actually. On one hand, you don't have that Warp Prism to get over top of this wall, but also, you won't have the detection necessary to stop a Widowmine. The Marines might just very well be whatever. They might not do a lot of damage. They might do a lot of damage. But one thing's for certain, nothing's going to shoot that Widow Mine. And if that gets the camp out in the mineral lines, FeaR's going to have a really bad time. So we're really close to the Dark Shrine finishing up. The Robo starts, and I guess timing won't be so bad for this, but that is a really Artosis pylon. We'll keep an eye on that and see if things get weird and get bad. The first overcharge goes off, unfortunately not in range to hit anything. These Marines just focusing down the Robo because he knows if he can keep these things from killing a Widow Mine. Yeah, there's no detection. Oh no, there's more Widow Mines coming up behind this too. Dark Shrine finishes up, and the Dark Templar warp in across the map offensively, not defensively. And unfortunately, with the wall screwing with the AI, they just kind of walk into the corner. FeaR has to actually manually maneuver those around. Mothership Core goes down. uThermal gets some nice control. 9 kills on probes too. Nothing to defend the natural base, but a single adept for the time being. No DTs in sight. You know, if there's one DT at home, okay, there's one DT at home now, and this forces uThermal to scan here, that might not be so bad because then he doesn't have a scan to defend himself back on this side of the map. But SCV is being pulled to repair, and DTs have a lot of damage. I actually don't know. Can this out-repair it? I guess he was a little bit worried because you could see the command center. He knew there was energy, but this is starting to fall apart. He does kill the medevac, though, so maybe cleans up this attack. But the problem still persists now. There's 3 Widow Mines in the natural base, and unfortunately, there's no detection in sight. I thought a Robo had gotten remade again. I guess it got canceled or killed while we weren't looking, but DTs on the other side of the map were ultimately a huge fail. Nothing to shuffle them over the wall. The fact that there's not a Robo means maybe he makes Archons out of this, but this just... I'm going to be honest, guys. I think these Widow... Oh, no. I hope he's paying attention. He's got to know soon. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no! Well, actually, these hits weren't so good. TBH. But still, 8 more probes dead. Down to 30 in total. 30 killed. A Liberator sets up in the main, and this is... I don't know. I want to say this is game. This is like unrecoverable damage at this point. FeaR could play this out for another 20-30 minutes, but yeah, good game gets called, and looks like uThermal will take that first game here for Team Ting. Alright, we're just going to put a disclaimer, guys. Anytime I say team, it's meant to have temporary precede it, okay? So, I'm going to muck that up a couple times. I'm fairly certain. But we got Semper online ready to go, and here's some proof. Whoop. Whoops. Whoops. There we go. I'm messing all things up as I click the wrong places. Alright, we got Semper online in the channel ready to go. We just got to go hunt down Major. So I'm showing you this because I want you guys to all rest assured that that was the only replay match. The rest of these should be live. So just give me a moment here to go find his opponent. I can get the lobby up in the meantime because we already know it's going to be King Sejong Station. So where's the BaseTradeTV graphs mod? Yeah. Hi. Alright. So we'll get this set up. I know it's a little bit early for a commercial break, but I'm just going to throw that on real quick while I look for Major. So don't go anywhere, guys. Hopefully he'll be back by the time the ads are finished, and we'll see you for Game 2. Semper versus Major, TvT.